Good evening and thank you for joining us. Thunder Bay City Council has agreed not to shut down 31 of its 39 outdoor skating rinks after significant public pushback. The move was originally recommended to save $365,000 a year, but a public survey released this week found that 93% of the nearly 5,000 respondents opposed the closure of the rinks. Some around the table, like at-large councillor Casey Atraney, talked about shortening the usage review process to close underutilized rinks gradually. Atraney didn't bring a motion forward, but suggested she may in the future. Vandalism at Thunder Bay transit shelters continues to be a growing problem. Over the weekend, vandals destroyed the glass in 2 more shelters, this time near Grandview Mall. Transit Services Manager Brad Loroff calls the situation extremely frustrating, as there have been at least 16 other similar incidents involving city transit shelters since January. The shelters have multiple panes of glass, and Loroff says it costs up to $500 to replace each one of them. He adds that the consequences of the malicious damage go beyond money, as it also impacts commuters who use city buses regularly. The Transit Division continues to look for options to make it harder for vandals to cause damage to shelters. Loroff says they're also appealing to anyone who witnesses acts of vandalism or has information about this latest incident to contact police. Thunder Bay's 2 largest school boards are rolling out the province's new Math Action Achievement Plan. It aims to improve math fluency in kindergarten to grade 12 classrooms with new curriculum and related supports. The government provided $71 million province-wide to pay for new staff, training opportunities, and educational tools. Carl Langdon reports.
The province's plan to boost math proficiency includes targeting those with the greatest needs. Using the scores from EQAO testing, the Ministry of Education can prioritize funding to schools that have scored lower than their counterparts. Part of that funding is being used to hire new staff for each school board, including in-class coordinators and math leads at the superintendent level. The Catholic School Board's math lead is Omer Belial.
So we're still unsure a little bit about the exact amount to come to boards, but part of the funding was to have some coordinators and some facilitators in place to roll out our math action plan. We've actually started today notifying those priority schools and all schools around the plan around math, especially around content knowledge, knowing their students, and some professional development for teachers.
Melanie Biesenthal is one of the Catholic Board's math coordinators. We caught up with her before a morning class at St. Francis School, where she spoke about building confidence in math.
Part of our vision is really building that community of mathematics, right? So children really see their voices inside the classroom. So it really is wonderful to see the students seeing mathematics as places of wonder and curiosity, and they feel the joy in mathematics because they're so actively engaged in part of that.
The Lakehead School Board is also gearing up for those same changes. We caught up with Superintendent of Education and new math lead AJ Keene to find out the public board's approach to improving math skills.
First step is really building community and the social-emotional learning that goes with that, resiliency, perseverance, confidence. We're also focusing on the home connection, so making sure that parents are strongly connected to what's happening in the classrooms. The common theme will be success, that we want every kid coming out of their grade and certainly graduating high school feeling like, I can do math, I'm a mathematician.
The province's plan also includes expanded access to digital math tools for both students and parents, live teacher-led virtual tutoring services, and twice as many math coaches in classrooms. With classes now underway, the 2 boards expect to see those supports rolled out over the course of the school year. Carl Langdon, TBT News.
An event that focuses on the mental health and wellness of correctional officers was held near Boulevard Lake yesterday afternoon. The 2nd annual Thunder Bay Correctional Services Family Day brought together staff from the district jail, the correctional center, and the probation parole department, along with their families, for a day of fun and emotional support. Organized by the district jail's Health and Wellness Committee, the event featured bouncy castles, activities for the kids, free food, and live music. And most importantly, there were community support booths and peer support teams there to provide information on mental health and wellness, with a focus on operational stress injuries. Correctional Center Sergeant Brian Tucker says events like Family Day are critical for officers and anyone working in high-stress jobs.
It sometimes goes overlooked, the stresses of our jobs, and we're just trying to make it comfortable for people to ask for help and to create those discussions that, you know what, maybe I'm not feeling okay. Maybe this is just a normal feeling for the stressful jobs that we do. So we're trying to normalize the fact that, the jobs we do are hard, but there are supports there. And to get everyone here today as a sense of community, it's amazing to see. It actually makes me really proud.
This year's event also featured a dunk tank. Attendees paid to dunk a sergeant for charity. All proceeds went to the Dorset Pier Community Centre, a not-for-profit mental health facility on Park Avenue. People traveling around Intercity Shopping Centre may find the commute a bit trickier this week as construction has begun on one of the busier routes in that area. Starting today, the Harbour Expressway between Memorial Avenue and Fort William Road has been closed. The shutdown is for repair work at the CN Railway crossing and is expected to last 5 days. Businesses in the area will remain open during the closure. Eastbound local traffic will still be permitted on Harbour Expressway. Drivers are asked to obey all posted signage and travel with caution in the area until the route reopens next weekend. The United Way of Thunder Bay has kicked off its Week of Local Love with a flag raising at City Hall. Mayor Ken Boshkoff was there to make the proclamation.
I do hereby proclaim Tuesday, September 12th, 2023, to be Unite in the Local Love Day, and September 11th to 7th, 2023, to be United in the Local Love Week.
Along with the mayor, a number of United Way staff helped raise the Local Love flag high in the sky. It will stay there until the end of September as a reminder of the power of community. Organizers also revealed other Local Love Week events, including the community kickoff breakfast at the Valhalla Hotel tomorrow morning. That's followed by an open house at the new United Way office on Wednesday and the Local Love cupcakes from Carol's Cakes, which are available from Thursday to Saturday. United Way CEO Albert Brule hopes the public takes part in the various events, as the theme this year is United in Local Love.
And that reflects the importance of us coming together, rallying as a community of caring and compassionate individuals, businesses, workplaces, labor organizations, schools. Everyone can be a part of this campaign. As I like to say, it's the you in United Way. You have the potential, the power to make a difference. We invite you to join us, to stand in unity with those in need, and to be a part of our 2023 campaign.
United Way also announced the Giant Food Drive, a citywide food collection initiative in partnership with nearly every local grocery store in town. More information can be found on uwaytbay.ca. With the Latin dance scene exploding both nationally and locally, Alessia Productions is offering a first for Thunder Bay with a Latin night event next weekend. Residents will be able to experience an evening of good food, live music, and dancing, all for a good cause. The event will take place on September 16th at the Da Vinci Center. The main event will feature a live orchestra performing salsa, bachata, and merengue music, with some of Thunder Bay's finest Latin dancers entertaining throughout the evening as well. All proceeds from Latin Night will go to Our Kids Count. Executive Director Jackie Knuff says it's a night people won't want to miss.
You want to get the VIP because with the VIP you get appetizers, you get a special Latin dance lesson, and it's just going to be a really fun, exciting event. We have a 12-piece orchestra coming in from Winnipeg, which is really exciting, and so there's going to be lots of obviously Latin dance music. They're going to have fabulous Latin dancers, and it's just going to be like just a magical night, so we're really excited about it.
VIP and general admission tickets can be purchased online at latinnight.ca. Well, speaking of the entertainment business, as we move to our provincial capital, the Toronto International Film Festival continues today. Among the festivities, a theatre was named after a legendary Canadian filmmaker. Andrea Case has the details.
It It was a standing ovation for Norman Jewison at the Hazelton Hotel, Toronto, but the Oscar-winning filmmaker wasn't screening a film. It was an event to honor the 97-year-old, in a way fitting for a man who was born in Toronto but put Canada on the map as a filmmaker.
We proudly dedicate this movie theater to the legendary, the iconic, the fabulous Norman Jewison.
Well, I'm glad you came, because this is a historic moment. You know, I'm here and 97 years old, and I'm so grateful to have a screening room named in my honor.
The 35-seat theater on the lower level of Canada's first 5-star independent luxury boutique hotel uses the latest digital cinema projection technology. The plush, oversized seats and gathering area are available for private functions. The idea of naming the theater after Jewison was the brainchild of documentarian Barry Average.
I've always said that, we need to do more about celebrating Canadians while they're still here, and there's plenty of corporations to name, buildings and moguls and philanthropists, and that's all great. But what about our Canadian legends? And let's honor someone during their life, not after their life. So, I approached the Hazelton Hotel with this idea of calling this beautiful theater the Norman Jewison Cinema, and they said, absolutely, let's do it. And again, to have Norman here, perfect, a Hollywood ending.
35 years ago, Jewison started the Canadian Film Centre to nurture the career of budding Canadian filmmakers. Today, Maxine Bailey is its executive director.
Norman is the founder of the Canadian Film Centre, which he founded 35 years ago, and I have the pleasure and honour of kind of running the ship that he actually founded. And he's amazing. He is just an amazing human, very smart, very generous, and he saw a need for us to train Canadians so that they could get on the international market, and we're just trying to continue the work that Norman started.